Why are we here? To me, that's the paramount question. Why are we here? What are we doing here as former legislators? I think the thing speaks for itself. This is a gathering of policymakers, people that have the capacity to shape the destiny of any nation. A lot of people I've worked with here, some have been before my time, some after me, but one thing is clear. Many, if not all of you, still hold sway one way or the other in your various constituencies. And when you put heads, they say 2 heads are better than 1. Therefore, thousands of heads certainly are better than 1. It is clear for me this is a good thing. Is this a good thing or not? That we're seated here under one roof as former legislators, I think is a beautiful thing. And we have to continue this. So therefore, I am honored and delighted to be here today. Across the room, I see faces I haven't seen in a while, and old friends, allies, comrades in the battle for a better Nigeria. I am glad to see so many looking well and evidently still committed to the cause of Nigeria and to the betterment of all her people. I bring you greetings, honorable colleagues, and good wishes from His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President and Commander of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Grand Patron of the National Forum of Former Legislators. On his behalf, I will speak to you briefly today on the imperatives of ensuring national unity, especially at this critical moment in our national history, when we are dedicated to a comprehensive effort of national renewal anchored on structural reforms to essential sectors of our national life, sustained investments in public infrastructure, and targeted interventions to boost human capital and development. Now, this summit is an exceptional opportunity for friends, former colleagues, and patriots who are committed to the promise of Nigeria to jointly consider the various ways we might individually and together support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
That's all we could take from the speech by the former Speaker of the House of Representatives and the Chief of Staff to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Femi Gbajabiamila, at the summit for former Southern legislators he hosted in Abeokuta to tell them that they should support Bola Ahmed Tinubu for 2027. And that meeting was ostensibly organized for Southern solidarity in support of Tinubu's re-election. Having been boxed to a corner, or having boxed themselves to a corner, they now want to frame the coming election as North versus South, and they representing the interests of the South, and Tinubu, a Southern president that needs Southern protection. That is what they are framing now. And it didn't start today, because what you saw was a replica of what played out before Tinubu became the presidential candidate of APC and the president. Remember that Governor Rotimi Akeredolu instigated what they call Asaba Declaration before the 2020 election, where the Southern Governors Forum, so-called. Have you been hearing about Southern Governors Forum since? No. They propped it up, and it was the basis for their manipulation of the Southern opinion. That was that Asaba Declaration, when the late Akeredolu, the late governor of Ondo State, he was the chairman of Southern Governors Forum. They did what they called their Asaba Declaration, where they insisted that the APC, that the presidency, what they tried, they said that the presidency must come from the South. Because you know, in that meeting, it was said in Asaba, several governors, both APC, PDP, what have you, they were there. They said the presidency must go to South. But what Akeredolu came to do was to threaten the North at that time, that were having double mind about moving the power to the South. So he issued threats that he must, that's the language he used, must come to the South, which was the handiwork of Bola Ahmed Tinubu at that time. And eventually, APC succumbed to that pressure. Did you notice that once the power gods, APC agreed to zone it to the South, their own, they didn't bother about PDP. Whether PDP put their own to the South or not was no longer their problem. Akeredolu them and co, they were unconcerned. But they framed it as a Southern solidarity, with which they used to force the hand of the North to zone the presidency of APC to them. They have come again. Now, once they got this power, what did they do? Did they do it to serve the interest of the country or even the South? No. It is their own interest. Look at the 2 years estimate of projects that was excellently done recently by Daily Trust. You saw that Southwest alone got 5.9 trillion project. 5.9 trillion. Double the whole of South, South, and Southeast. Now they want Southern solidarity to protect the president. And they are now coming again with these Southern things. No, Southern solidarity is only, the only Southern solidarity that will work now is that the presidency is not going to the North. We agree. But it is not going to Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. The South also agree on that, because they have failed. So they have failed the North, they have failed the South, and they have to bear the consequences. Okay? And like I was going about all these Southern things they are creating now. You know, they have also created National Southern Traditional Council, which they inaugurated not long ago in Owerri. And then you ask yourself, what is all this for? You want Southern solidarity now. But your lieutenants are every day insulting people from Southeast and others. Even the other day, Hilda, this lady that want to break the record of Guinness record, they were mocking her that she's from Akwa Ibom, but they say she's Igbo, and say all kinds of unprintable things about her, even though she's from Akwa Ibom. Now, these are people go about insulting others who are from the South, and now they want solidarity. They have not even called those who go about on their Igbophobia and the ethnic framing of other people and all that. They have not done, they were silent. Gbajabiamila have not said anything about the demolitions going on in Lagos. He can't claim that he's ignorant of it. The president himself cannot claim he's not aware of it. But because the election is coming, they gathered former Southern legislators, or this former this, former that, believing that they can build a solidarity to hoodwink Southern Nigerian people. Now, Southern Nigerian people want the power to remain in South, but they don't want it to remain with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is a message they don't seem to appreciate, because naturally, Southern unity works. It was Southern unity that helped Jonathan to become president in 2011. When the North, as they are now against Tinubu, were against Jonathan. It was Southern solidarity that made Jonathan to survive. Jonathan was able to win all the Southern states with the exception of Osun State. Only. He won all the Southern states. And that was what made it possible for him to become president. Despite losing in Kano, losing in Kaduna, losing in Katsina, losing all those places, even where there were violence after the election that was won by Muhammad Buhari. But it was because South was united. So it was easy for him to go to battleground state in the North Central and some part of the Northeast, okay, that has large Christian population, and was able to win that election. But who broke that Southern solidarity? It was Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2015. This same North that is rallying the South against today was the people he rallied around with and was able to ensure that Jonathan didn't return in 2015. And what happened? The Southern unity, the things that brought South together, Bola Ahmed Tinubu put a knife into it, and Southern Nigeria fell apart in 2015. And once Southern Nigeria fell apart as a result of the handiwork of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it was easy for the North to get the power. Now the North is angry with him. Rightly so. He has failed in all indices. And the North is feeling the pinch of all that has gone wrong, or have gone wrong about his administration. The North is worse hit in the area of the economy. The North is worse hit in the area of insecurity. The North is worse hit in all indices of development. They had wanted a reprieve. While Buhari was not a messiah, he didn't solve the problem they expected him to solve. They had expected that Tinubu would do better. But that's not the result they are getting. And to make matters worse, his nepotism has become too clear for everybody to see. And are you surprised that it was Daily Trust, a northern newspaper? It's a national newspaper, but northern inclined, that did that excellent report to show that Lagos alone got $3.9 trillion, not 3.9 trillion Naira projects in 2 years of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, while the other southwest states got 2 trillion. The zone got 5.9 trillion. Lagos alone got more projects than Northwest, that has 7 states, than Northeast, that has 6 states, than North Central, including Abuja, that has 6 states from plus Abuja 7, than South, and Southeast, South. Let us talk about South, that produce 90% of the oil that is used to run this country. Than Southeast, that produce the rest of the oil that is part that is used to run this country. Lagos alone got more than them, double. In the case of Southeast, what Lagos got was 3 times, 4 times what Southeast got. So you, after boxing yourself to the corner, now you want us to believe that South cannot afford Tinubu not to continue. No. You have to pay the price. You ought to have known, if you you know how you came in. You are a minority president. Nobody has ever become president of Nigeria with such a small amount of a mandate. You are talking about an election disputed in which INEC gave you 8.7 million votes. Atiku 6.9 million votes, P2B 6.1 million votes, Rabi Musa Kwankwaso 1.4 million votes. Now if you look at Atiku, P2B, Kwankwaso and others, almost 15 million Nigerians voted against Bola Ahmed Tinubu when he was announced president. 15 million was against him. They said, we don't want this man to be our president. 15 million. Which means you needed to run a reconciliatory government. Don't try to be like Buhari, who came with a bigger mandate. What do you have to do? You have to cut everybody. You have to carry everybody along. And if Southern Nigeria mean a lot to you, you have to pamper them. But what did we say? Your lieutenants are busy mocking Southerners in Lagos, telling them they should go back to their homes. They don't belong. They are this, they are that. And your governor is demolishing their properties. You pretend in Abuja as if you are not aware. You cannot pretend that you are not aware. You read newspapers every day. They give you security briefing every day. The amount of demolitions that went on in Lagos cannot go on without a president being aware of it. You didn't say anything. Now the chicken has come home to roast. The nuts that help you to push you across the line because you barely survived. Look at the budget of Lagos. It's higher than the Northwest. 7 states. A zone that has the largest voting bloc in Nigeria, that includes Kano, that rejected you in the last election. Because if you look at the Northwest, in that there are 7 states. I think Atiku Abubakar took 4. Kwankwaso took 1. Bola Ahmed Tinubu only took 2. One only in 2 states in the Northwest. Go and check the record. So you didn't do anything to war them, and your policies have impoverished them. Your security policy has not made them to be able to feel more secure than ever before and all that. And then this nepotism that is everywhere. Look at those managing the economy, those managing security and all this and all that. You are the one that put yourself in a fix. Now you want South to rescue you. But your lieutenants are busy insulting people on social media, telling them they can go to hell. That is why many of us, we are watching to see the pathway that he will use to return. Look at the last election. I told you, Northwest gave Atiku 4 states. Gave Kwankwaso 1. Tinubu only got 2 states. What has he done that will make those 5 states that didn't vote for him to regret that they didn't vote for him or say, ah, we are sorry? What has he done to the people of Southeast to make people of Southeast that rejected him to say, ah, we made a mistake in not voting for Tinubu? Look at how good he has performed for us. Nothing. Look at South. So what is it? You think that by grabbing all these group, former legislators, then go and headhunt governors, that is the solution? That's not the solution. It is the people that will vote. The power, we want it to remain in the South, but not with Southwest, from all indication, given that Tinubu is the only candidate that's going to emerge from that zone. And the idea is to restrict Tinubu to Southwest. Let us see the pathway that he's going to use to return. That is what is being worked out now. I don't think rallying Southern Nigerians under local Parakbo, this thing is going to help. What is going to help is for them to do the right thing. Perhaps people may change their mind, but the ethnic jingoism come from Lagos, does not indicate that they have learned anything. And I think this their campaign of rallying southern Nigerians, framing Tinubu's future as North versus South, will not work. South deserve 4 more years, but not this administration. A new southern president is what southerners deserve. It is what Nigerians deserve. A new Nigeria is possible. That's my take to Femi Gbajabiamila's meeting with former legislators of southern Nigeria, in which I understand they even ended up endorsing Bola Ahmed Tinubu for second term. But that endorsement is no different from the APC endorsement. It's no different from all the other endorsements that he has been receiving for quite a while now. But whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. What do you think? Is Southern solidarity possible now, given the division that Tinubu and his lieutenants have created in the South, to be able to ward off the effort by the North to ensure that Tinubu becomes a one-term president? Whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.